RAMcast, where we talk about all things related to Sioux Valley. This is your host, Bryan Kirby, and with me is co-host Jimmy Sickler.
Happy to be here, Mr. Kirby.
All right, today is another edition of our spotlights, senior spotlights, and we are flipping the script once again. And today we are going to highlight Bryan Kirby, Mr. Kirby's senior year, and he's going to be in the hot seat with Mr. Sickler, grilling him.
Everybody's looking forward to this.
Yeah, me too. So I guess without further ado, we'll let Jimmy start the session.
All right. So, Mr. Kirby, what song will always remind you of your senior year in high school?
I'm gonna go with, I got two. Two. So one is Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh, good one.
And the other one is A Long Way to the Top.
Yes.
Just kind of mostly dating back to my extracurricular activity success and such. So
yes. Awesome. Which teacher had the most impact on you, and what will you remember about them?
So mine would be a guy by the name of Tom Lord. He was my CTE or shop teacher. And he's got a story. There's a story that'll remind me. I'll always remember this. He was just started his teaching career. He looked like he was probably 16 years old. We were sitting in drafting class, and another student walked in, and he was sitting at a desk helping somebody. And we're sitting in drafting class. The student walked in and stopped and looked around and goes, "Has anybody seen Mr. Lord?" He looked right at the person and said, "Nope. Haven't seen him." And the student turned around and walked right back out. And then he starts laughing about it. It was a great one. But the other thing is I actually still talk to him. I keep in contact with him. He lives actually in Willow. Awesome. He's good. He just retired from the district not too long ago either. He had the most impact. The other one was my government teacher, Miss Nord, who was in the district for a long time. And her impact, and what I remember most about her, is the fact that kind of before this was a big thing, was I was horrible at government class. Like, I did not take tests well. I failed a lot of tests, but she would call me in. I'd have to come in on my time, but that was fine. She would call me in and we just had a conversation about the topics. And that's how she graded me. Cause she's like, you know this stuff. You just can't put it to paper. So, so the students that have that problem too, I relate, but that's what I remember about her. She found a way for me to prove that I knew what I was doing or talking about. So I will always remember that about her.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you had Mr. Lord and Mrs. Nord?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Dr. Seuss type thing going on there.
You got it.
Okay. What was your favorite extracurricular activity or co-curricular activity?
I think my favorite one was probably football. Definitely. High school, I did football, wrestling, and track. My favorite one was probably football. I really did the other ones originally just to stay in shape through the year, because they kind of went football, then wrestling, and then track. It kind of filled out my whole year of helping me stay in shape and whatnot, and keeping me out of trouble. So by doing those, I kept me out of trouble. Well, kept me out of trouble. That got me in deeper trouble. So, but probably football, because it is what I went to college. I went to college and played as well. So
that's what I was gonna bring that up. You also played at the next level, so that's pretty awesome. I
did. I will never regret that choice. That was a great choice.
Great. So what impact did the COVID-19 pandemic have on your experience here at the time you were a teacher here at Sioux Valley?
So during the COVID time, I was CTE teacher in the shop, trying to teach welding and woodworking and all that stuff. What it did impact was it actually forced me to go online and find some resources online for students. And even after the impact, there were definitely some things that I continued to use to help solidify what was going on. So, but it was definitely it definitely made me look for some good online things for students.
Nice. What class did you find most enjoyable when you were in school?
Ooh, I guess I would probably have to say, I think my construction class was the one I found the most enjoyable. I don't, it was tough between construction and welding were the two that were probably pretty similarly close, just because the fact they were project based and and I got to showcase skills and it was a good time. I hung out with some great my teacher was great and so I think it was those two for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wish I would have taken more shop classes in high school. I still can't build anything. So, with whom did you have your most meaningful relationships during your senior year?
Another guy that I talked to frequently, well, not frequently, but I talk to probably once every couple months. A guy by the name of Scott Doherty and LeBron McPhail, which
Oh,
both were assistant principals at Sioux Valley. I mean, at at Palmer High. Both of them were there. I look up to both of them. Just one because of their character, who they are, and two, just because and the impact that they've had on me. Scott, a good one here for Mr. Doherty. There's a good story that people enjoy to hear. I I, I every year I got my driving privileges taken away. Driving to school every year. First year, so Palmer's in the Palmer city limits, not allowed to drive four wheelers and snow machines in Palmer city limits. I'm like Wasilla. Drove my snow machine to school, got in trouble. Driving privileges taken away. Um, I think my sophomore year when I was driving, I parked in the pool parking lot because I was late to school and I had a PE class and I was trying to get in the building quick. And I parked on the opposite side and they actually cleared the parking lot that day. And so
oh no.
I got called on that one. I don't remember what I did my junior year, but my senior year, I got towards the end of the year and I got a call down to Mr. Doherty's office. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, well, I got bad news. I'm like, what's up? And he goes, you're going to lose your driving privileges for the next week. I said, I didn't do anything. He goes, you're right, but you lost them last 3 years. So you might as well lose them your fourth year just to make it even. So that's the kind of guy he was. It was fun. I mean, he's a super good guy and we talk and I call him and whatnot yet. So definitely strong relationship building there.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was something you learned about yourself during your time in school at Palmer?
I'm going to follow a lot of lead of these other people. It's okay to take risks.
Yeah,
It's a good time in your life to take risks. Try something new because you may enjoy it. So
like
that
that.
was the thing that I learned the most is open yourself up to taking some risks.
Good. Knowing what you know now, what advice would you give young Mr. Kirby entering Palmer High School for the first time?
Don't walk in and challenge the seniors to starting positions on the football field because you may regret it. Maybe pick a junior.
Nice. What was what did graduating high school mean to you?
It was a big accomplishment, big first step. Open the doors for what I'm for the rest of my life. It was a good stepping stone to open the doors. That's what it meant to me.
Yeah, good. So graduation is coming up on Wednesday, May 15th. I know your work year doesn't end there, but I kind of had two questions here. First, your summer plans after that, but also you have to deliver a speech at graduation. And I know for me at least, I am terrified of public speaking, but I've heard you speak a few times and you do really well. So, are you looking forward to that part? And then what are you doing for the summer?
Um, so this will be actually the second graduation I've spoken at,
Yep.
and I'm still not ready for it. Well, I mean, I've got it written, but it's going to be I'm with you. I'm not a big fan of the public speaking environment, but my first graduation speaking was actually at my Palmer High graduation. I spoke there,
Oh,
introducing my Mr. Scott Doherty as the commencement speaker. That was my job. So, um, and that was Palmer High's gym, upper track, lower, everything packed. So lots of people there. I am,
yikes.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Just overlooking the crowd in the back, trying not to look eye contact. That was my big thing. And don't mess it up. Don't fall and throw my cue cards everywhere and mix them all up.
Right.
But no, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll be good. And this summer, after everything's done, so I will be done in June with this position, and after that, I will be headed down to the peninsula for the summer to run my fishing business and spend the summer with my kid as my deckhand.
Oh, that's awesome. What's the name of your company there?
The company is Bottom Line Charters.
Yes,
So,
awesome.
but
And then final question is, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
no, I'm gonna follow up, as you did in yours. If you guys caught that episode before this one dropped, I'm gonna thank our seniors as well for trying this out. I think it was a success for those that want to do it, and I think it was fun. I think we all had fun, and the feedback from people around is that they enjoyed it. So I would guess you're probably going to hear something like this again in the future. So keep your ears open for it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you did this. All right, I'm going to turn it back over to you to close out the show.
All right. Again, thank you guys for listening. This is going to conclude it. And I am the principal here, Bryan Kirby, and I got my sidekick, Jimmy Sickler.
Thank you for having
So,
me.
yep. And we're going to close it out and tell you, as we always do, hope to see you at our next school event or around in the community. Enjoy.